Have you ever wondered who's really responsible for your garden's success? It's easy to think it's all about the seeds you choose, the care you give, or the hours you spend tending to your plants. Sure, we plant, water, and harvest, and those actions matter. But the real heroes are working unseen, right beneath our feet, quietly shaping the very soil that makes our gardens flourish. Earthworms are the secret engine of a thriving garden, tirelessly tunneling and transforming the ground below. When I first started gardening, I barely noticed them, until I realized my healthiest beds were full of worms, while struggling patches had almost none. It was a revelation that changed the way I saw my garden forever. That's when it clicked. Worms don't just live in good soil, they create it. Their constant movement and feeding break down organic matter, turning debris into rich, fertile earth. They transform lifeless dirt into living, breathing earth, aerating the soil and making nutrients available to plants in ways we can't replicate. Today let's dig into their world and see how these humble creatures engineer the very foundation of our gardens. Their tunnels create pathways for air and water, supporting roots and helping plants thrive. Whether you have a few pots on a balcony or a sprawling allotment, understanding worms is a game changer. Their presence can make the difference between struggling plants and a lush, productive garden. Forget fancy fertilizers for a moment. The most profound change starts with appreciating these extraordinary creatures. By nurturing worms, you're investing in the long-term health of your soil. By the end, you'll see every earthworm as a valued co-worker, and you'll know exactly how to encourage and protect them, ensuring your garden thrives for years to come. So, let's get our hands dirty and celebrate the wonderful world of worms, nature's original gardeners, working tirelessly beneath our feet. Worms are nature's tireless soil engineers, working beneath our feet in ways we often overlook. These humble creatures are constantly on the move, transforming the very foundation of your garden. As they tunnel, they create intricate networks that let air and water reach deep into the ground, crucial for healthy roots. This natural aeration is something no tool can truly replicate. Without these pathways, soil becomes compacted and lifeless, making it tough for plants to thrive. Roots struggle to grow, and water can't penetrate, leading to stunted growth and poor harvests. Their tunnels also provide homes for beneficial microbes and fungi, boosting the entire soil ecosystem. These microscopic allies help break down organic matter and make nutrients available to plants. I once compared soil from a worm-rich bed to a wormless one. The difference was night and day. Light, crumbly and full of life versus dense and clumpy. The worm-rich soil smelled earthy and fresh, while the other was hard and uninviting, but the real magic is in their castings, worm poo. These tiny pellets are a powerhouse of nutrients and beneficial microbes. As worms digest organic matter, they produce nutrient-rich pellets packed with nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, all in a form plants can use immediately. This natural fertilizer is gentle yet incredibly effective. These castings also help bind soil particles, improving structure and drainage. Water flows more freely, and roots can access both moisture and air with ease. Every time a worm burrows and digests, it's actively building a better garden. Their constant activity keeps the soil loose and fertile. They're not just passing through, they're constructing a resilient, fertile home for your plants, ensuring your garden can withstand droughts and heavy rains alike. Worms are the architects and builders working day and night, one tunnel and one casting at a time. Their efforts never stop, even when we can't see them. It's a self-sustaining system that keeps your garden thriving season after season, with less effort from you and more help from nature. Let's see how you can harness even more of their power and invite these incredible helpers into your own garden. Worms aren't just garden workers, they're also master recyclers. Enter vermicomposting, using worms like red wigglers to turn kitchen scraps into the richest compost imaginable. Give them a bin, feed them fruit and veggie scraps, coffee grounds and eggshells, and they'll transform waste into black gold. I keep a kitchen caddy for scraps and feed my worms regularly, reducing landfill waste and gaining incredible compost in return. Vermicompost is teeming with beneficial microbes and nutrients. Just a handful can supercharge your seedlings or garden beds. You can even make worm tea by steeping castings in water, an instant, natural fertilizer for your plants. It boosts growth, protects against disease, and is easy to make. Setting up a worm bin is simple and pays off with healthier plants and less waste. Harnessing worms' recycling power is one of the easiest ways to improve your garden. Let's make your garden irresistible to worms. Creating a worm-friendly garden is easier than you think. The key? Organic matter. Add compost, shredded leaves, or grass clippings to your beds. This is worm food. Mulch is your best friend. It feeds worms, keeps soil moist, and regulates temperature. Bare soil drives worms away, so keep it covered. Moisture matters. Worms need damp, not soggy soil. Mulch helps retain moisture and reduces watering needs. If your soil is heavy clay, add compost to improve drainage and structure. Minimize digging. Constant tilling destroys worm tunnels and disrupts their work. Adopt a no-dig approach, layer organic matter on top and let worms do the rest. By working with nature, you create a thriving underground community. Simple changes make your garden a worm paradise. Now let's talk about what to do and what to avoid. To keep worms happy, avoid synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides. They harm worms and the entire soil ecosystem. Instead, use organic solutions, compost, rotted manure, and natural pest controls. Healthy worm-filled soil grows resilient plants that fend off pests and diseases. Leave roots of finished crops in the ground. Decaying roots feed worms and improve soil structure. Avoid compacting your soil. Don't walk on beds, use paths, and spread your weight if you must step in. Compaction destroys worm tunnels and makes it hard for them to move. Respect the structure of your soil, and you'll support your most valuable garden workers. A little mindfulness goes a long way. With these habits, you'll build a vibrant, living soil community. But what if you don't see any worms at all? Here's how to fix that. No worms in your garden. It can be a little worrying to dig into your soil and find it empty of those helpful little creatures. Don't panic, it's a fixable problem, and you're not alone. Many gardeners start with lifeless soil, but there are simple steps to bring it back to life. Start by adding organic matter, compost, leaves, or mulch. These materials feed the soil and attract worms looking for food and shelter. Worms need food to move in. Check your soil's pH. Worms prefer neutral soil, around 6.5 to 7.5, so test it to make sure it's not too acidic or alkaline. Test and adjust with lime or sulfur if needed. Small changes can make a big difference in making your garden worm-friendly. If your garden is new, or the soil is compacted, subsoil, worms may not be able to move in easily. Focus on building life from scratch. Try sheet mulching. Lay down cardboard to smother weeds and start the process. Then add thick layers of compost to provide nutrients and organic matter. Top it off with mulch to kickstart the ecosystem and help retain moisture. You can even introduce worms from a friend's garden or a reputable supplier to speed up the process. Assess moisture. Too dry and worms can't survive. Too wet and they'll drown or leave. Mulch and water deeply, but avoid waterlogging. Consistent moisture is key for worms to thrive. Improve drainage in heavy soils with compost and wood chips. This helps create air pockets and a better environment for worms. Remember, an absence of worms is an opportunity to revive your soil and build a healthier garden from the ground up. Listen to what your garden needs, pay attention to the signs, and life will return. Soon, you'll see those wiggly workers back in action, helping your plants grow strong. Let's wrap up with the big picture. Healthy soil means a thriving, vibrant garden for years to come. Worms are the foundation of a thriving garden, your silent partners in growing healthy plants. Nurturing them is one of the most sustainable choices you can make. Feed your soil, not just your plants, and you'll create a self-sustaining, resilient ecosystem. Think of your garden as a living community with worms as your success indicator. When you see them wriggling through rich, dark soil, you know you're on the right track. Focus on adding organic matter, compost, mulch, cover crops, and let the worms and microbes do the rest. This soil-first approach simplifies gardening and delivers lasting results. Next time you dig in your garden and find earthworms, celebrate. You're not just a gardener, you're an ecosystem builder. Keep adding compost, keep nurturing your soil, and keep celebrating the wiggle. For more soil stories and tips, subscribe to our newsletter and share with a fellow gardener. Happy gardening!